What's shaking, Shake Nation? Welcome back to the Milkshake with the Boys podcast. That's right, we're back again. We got episode 10 coming out today. It's a big one. We're all very excited to bring it to you guys, and I'm sure you're all excited to hear it. So I'll introduce us to the cast we got today. We got a bit of DX Kretz, Darcy.
Boom.
Boom. We got Big Daddy Kerwin.
Oh, yeah.
Good, mate. And we got Damon Splashby.
Yakshamaj.
Yakshamaj to you too. I'm good, thank you. Anyway, So it's good to be back, Shake Nation. It's been a bit.
It's great to be back.
We did miss it. We were just a bit busy with exams and all that sort of stuff. So I know some of our loyal fans. Yeah, I'm sure you were. Well, some of us were a bit busier than Kerwin. Kerwin lives the luxury. He does.
Well, we haven't got.
What was that?
We live on in everyone's hearts. We were never really gone.
We were never gone,
That's
but we were
true.
gone from the podcast scene. But we're back.
Gone but not forgotten, you might say.
Exactly. Anyway, I'll quit the blabbering because we've got a very exciting topic to look forward to this week, and it is the regular Damon Milk Review. So take us away, Damo.
Thank you, Ed. It's been a while. We might be a bit rusty, but we'll see how we go.
You might be.
I almost said the name of what it was. I forgot that's not what we do here. We leave that till the end.
That's our job.
Yeah. All right. So this one, store-bought.
Store-bought.
Yep. Let that sink in.
I'm just curious as to what other result you could have from that category. Like handmade.
Oh,
He's got the car himself.
Did you go milk?
It could just be a milkshake you got with the boys at a cafe or something.
Yeah, or it could be
That's still a store-bought milk.
Milo.
I guess you got a point. That's a good point.
off the shelf.
I assume you mean like an off-the-shelf pre-mixed milk demo and not one you make at home, like we've had in the past with the Lindt hot chocolate.
Yeah, see, you could also buy a Lindt hot chocolate at the Lindt cafe, but something like a Milo, that's something you make at home.
You still have to buy it at home.
Not off a shelf, though.
I don't know what store you're going to that sells homes, but please show me, because I'd like to get one.
To the people that don't have homes, we feel for you.
Oh, sorry.
Our condolences.
Anyway, we need to get back on track here.
We do.
So, Kerwin, I didn't buy a home, but I bought this milk off the shelf at the supermarket.
Okay.
Is that clear for you?
Crystal.
The refrigerated shelf?
Yes.
Okay, so it's not a long life milk. We can rule that one out.
No. All right. Anyway.
May as well just give us the answer.
It's just like where you flip all the faces. I forget the name of it.
Yeah.
Guess who? Yeah. Whittling me down. Anyway, consistency, good. Texture, good. And the flavour hit the spot, bang on. I thought it was excellent. I really enjoyed it and was disappointed that it was only 600 ml.
Oh,
I wanted more.
Okay.
I'll definitely go back for more. And I urge everyone else to as well.
Wow.
Yeesh.
The last couple of milks was a while ago now, but they weren't good from memory, were they?
No,
Had a couple
we
of
haven't
middle
had
of
a
the
banger
road.
for a while.
No, you definitely answered my calls of having terrible milks.
I know, as soon as Kieran said you want to try some bad ones to even out our bell curve, started with all the good ones.
Yeah.
And then as soon as Kieran said, when are you going to ever have the bad ones, we had a few stinkers in a row, so...
When it rains, it pours.
It does, exactly. It's good to be back in the win column, I suppose. In terms of
this one,
quality.
Clear skies. We're back with a W. This one is milk that tastes like real milk.
Wow, straight to the top.
Absolutely.
I'm off my milk game. I've been out of the milk game for a few weeks
Me
now, actually.
too.
So this was
A little warmer weather, I tend to stay away from the milk beverages.
Yeah. Sometimes I find the cooler milk a bit of a refreshment.
Definitely,
As opposed
definitely.
to iced water.
That's true.
No,
I just don't like to have some milk and then be in some warm weather. Like this. If it, like afterwards, if you know you're not going to go back out into the warmth, fair enough. But when you still got to walk around for a day in the sun, I feel like it doesn't sit right with me.
yeah, that's
But
fair enough to us.
mm,
You see, I want to clarify. I still have been drinking plenty of milk, but
Of
I haven't
course.
been pushing my milk boundaries, trying and exploring the supermarkets for new milks. Because I've been, that's what I meant by I've been out of the milk game for a bit.
well, there's no reason this couldn't be a classic.
Well,
you know?
yeah, because this is what I'm thinking right here, Darth. Now, if it's a milk that tastes like real milk, I know one of our early milk that tastes like real milk was the Big M Chalky milk. And that's got me thinking, did he just try oak Chalky milk this time? I
That's
mean,
exactly
Oh,
they taste pretty much the
Yeah.
exact same.
Wow.
Oak's a little bit worse in my opinion, but I could still see it being right up the top. So that's not going to be my guess today, guys.
My thought process here is we still haven't had the Oak Fantails milk to round out the collection. But the other ones in that range, that promo, weren't good from memory. So I'd be surprised if this is a milk that tastes like real milk when the others were right on the lower from
You're calling
memory.
it a diamond in the rough.
Well, yes, I think it might be because Fantails really is just a chocolate caramel flavour.
Yeah.
And if you can stuff it up that badly, you're doing something wrong. And milk is not doing something wrong. They're a pretty reputable milk company. So I'm going to go for the Fantails milk.
Great answer.
Yeah, look, I like your angle you're coming from, Darth, but
Thank you.
I'm a set on this one. I was silently thinking to myself, and this isn't one of those ones where it was like, I was thinking that too. Yeah, of course. I genuinely had oak chalky milk as my thought because I had to. In all honesty, I had to get up the chart that we've got to make sure
to remember the previous milks.
been done because it's been that long since we've done it.
It has been a while.
But I thought, chalky milk up the top, it's where it belongs. So I'm going to go with oak chalky milk.
Very good. Well, we've got a minute until our call ends because we're poor and we can't afford premium Zoom. So Damo's going to fly through this. Tell us, break the news, Damo.
Well, it doesn't really take too long. Yeah. Ed Kerwin, spot on.
Oh no!
Oak chalky. I think that when I said it hit the spot,
come up.
Yeah, hit the spot.
That was a giveaway.
Yeah, because I'm like, how many flavors hit the spot?
Oh, that's true. I must have zoned out when he said that bit. I didn't register that.
Quick update on the leaderboard as well.
Oh, I
Dars
don't
is
want to
now
hear
out
that.
of top spot.
No!
Easy in first place.
Yes.
Kerwin has come up to equal second with Dars. So
Little did the listeners know,
Yeah.
I actually put off the podcast for about a month just so I could stay in top spot.
Geez, it feels good to be back on top again. Like it was a lonely 4 weeks underneath Darcy. I'm not gonna lie.
I tried so hard. It was such a good 4 weeks.
You guys should be like low-key embarrassed that I'm within half a point.
Mate, you're the king.
Like I literally cast myself as the kiss of death of this competition, and I'm
Black
sitting
dog.
half a point off first.
well, who should be embarrassed is Nugget, who
Oh,
one solitary
himself down.
point in fourth position. One.
Geesh, Nugget.
disappointing.
He
You
needs
know
to
you're
get
better
on.
than this, mate.
He needs to do some guessing and climb his way up. But Darcy and Kerwin 3.5. So I think you're clear of Nugget for now, and Cheesy on top with 4.
Ooh. Who taught you, Damo?
Cheesy taught me.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Cheesy taught me well.
Anyway,
Oh, nicely done.
great milk
Congratulations,
review,
boys.
Damo.
Yeah.
Thank you, boys.
I'm sure it was a hardship for you this week, Damo, to have such enjoyable milk.
Well, it wasn't really this week, was it? It was a while
You
ago.
took a month or so to enjoy that milk.
That's true.
Yeah,
Been
marinate.
saving it.
I'm
Well,
sure you've had it
as we
since that.
mentioned, we are one short today. One short of the three amigos, the People's Champion Nugget. He hasn't made an appearance. And for our next segment, we need another voice of reason. So, because of that, we've got our very first special guest.
Momentous
The Milkshake with the Boys
occasion.
podcast. A momentous occasion, for sure. It's the one and only D. Kretz Jr., Daniel.
Ahoy, everybody.
Oh,
Ahoy, Daniel.
now, as is a tradition with our introductions on the Milkshake with the Boys podcast, you got to tell us your favourite milk and a fun fact about yourself.
Well, I'm going to go a bit out of the box with this milk flavouring, but I don't know if you remember, if you get just a normal glass of milk and then you get the milk flavouring straws.
Oh, the super straw.
Yeah.
That is massive.
Yes.
The cookies and cream flavour in general, that really, I always remember those after the dentist, which is a bit ironic, but
Yeah, our dentist gave us super straws, which is just sugar. Just sugar in the straw.
Where did you go? Where's your dentist? Tell me to change.
This one was in like Ringwood or something like that. But
yeah, it was ages away.
you look, they were good at making sure they kept their clientele, weren't they? Feed you sugar as soon as you
giving them
finish.
sugar, doing the opposite of
They'll
their
come
job.
back.
I like that. I like that.
Oh, very nice. And what's your fun fact?
My fun fact is that I hate talking about fun facts about myself.
That's a good one.
No. That's a cop out. Come on.
No, that is my fact.
Oh,
That's a pretty
I'll
good
this
fact.
time. I'll let you this time. But just know, Daniel, that if we get another special guest and they give us a fun fact, you by default become the worst special guest to appear on the show.
I think Daniel is the worst guest we've ever had.
He is the worst
Come on.
guy ever.
But I'm
But
also
also the
best.
best.
Exactly.
Well, he's sort of by default already because we haven't had anyone worse than you yet. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Depends how you look at it. Glass half full, glass half empty.
Well, as I mentioned earlier, we need a voice of reason, and that's because this next segment is going to be a bit of a debate between the Milkshake with the boys. Ed's fired up a few topics for us to have a chat about.
Trying my best here,
And
Darth.
Ed, what's the first one?
Wow. Okay. This is very on the spot because I'm copying and pasting them out of Google as we speak. That's just so you know, guys. Appreciate how much hard work we put into our podcast. All right. We come fully organised with questions and everything ready to go.
Preparation.
But if you want to go have a visit of this site, I'll put the link in our YouTube video, and I'll also tell you right now, it's writeinmyessay.today/blog/funny-debate-topics-slash. Anyway, so it's a pretty nice little site. We got some good debate topics here. The reason we needed the special guest Daniel is we need 5 people to tell us who is right and who is wrong.
Yes, need a majority.
Exactly right, Darth. So, looking on the site, the first one we want to answer for the people is, will bracelets make you look more attractive or not? Now, we will broaden this question out, bracelets/anklets. Now, they're essentially the same thing, but one on your wrist, one on your ankles. Now, I feel like Darth...
One on your ankles. It goes
The
on
wrist
both
of
your
the
ankles.
foot.
Yeah.
Just follow the bracelet isn't really a sock. They're two very different items, aren't they?
Well, who's saying the bracelet's a sock?
Comparing to anklets. Anklets are socks, mate.
What?
No.
No, that's...
It's like an ankle bracelet.
Oh, you can make
Ankle
a
bracelet.
bracelet, not anklet socks. Oh,
No one's
Jesus.
talking about socks on this.
Oh, you should have clarified.
You've watched too much
Oh,
ballerina
How can you
movies before,
clarify that? I
David.
didn't know that you needed to clarify.
Oh, Daniel, that's enough.
Thank you, voice of reason. Anyway, so I feel like Darth feels very strongly about this topic, so I reckon you should take us away, Darth.
I think this is just a weird topic because it's so subjective. Like some people are going to look good in a bracelet, some people are not. It's not like a definitive thing. Bracelets make you look better or not. But the anklet edition, I don't mind because for some reason I think an anklet can look quite good, even though they can be a bit weird. I think Ed shares this philosophy as a bit of a beach boy from Terang.
I do indeed. From Terang, 30 minutes from the beach boy.
Exactly. Well, it's more than us. So, yeah, I don't know about bracelets. I don't really wear anything. I don't even wear a watch really most of the time. Just things around my wrists I never tend to have. And I don't wear anklets either. But
Do you wear socks?
I guess the answer to that question is then they don't, because I feel like if they did, I would wear them more. But I don't know. It's a weird question.
Thanks, Darth. Well, yeah, because you pointed me out there, I will agree with Darth, actually. I do. The thing is with anklets, they can be pretty cool. I reckon if you're a skater or a surfer, you can wear them. If you're not,
Definitely.
then don't wear them, please.
Yeah.
For bracelets, there's nothing wrong with a bracelet or two, but the people that stack on the bracelets, it cringes me out a lot. So
Those people have those like plasticky kind of stretchy ones and just wear like
yeah.
50 of them all the way up their forearm. It's nah.
It's literally
What are you doing with
torture.
your life, mate?
Exactly. Does anyone else have any opinions on this, or is that the majority vote?
Seems like
I was
Ed and I
just
just
thinking, like, bracelet can be two different things. So you can have the droopy bracelet, you can have the jewels, you can have the
bit of ice on your
yeah,
wrist.
bit of ice on the wrist, but then you can also just have like the little crappy market ones. You know what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
It depends on what outfit you're wearing. It depends on how the bracelet continues and completes your outfit. That's
Have a look at him, the fashionista over
coming
here.
with the peak here.
What's your drippiest item of clothing, Daniel?
oh mate, I have zero drip. I don't know. I honestly wouldn't have something at the top of my mind that would be classified as really drippy. I don't really have any chains or anything, so
Oh,
yeah.
you'll lift your game. Damo's got some chains on right now. You
That's
can't see
right.
this, listeners, but go on, Damo.
Four-layered gold chain from a really expensive jeweler known as Bunnings.
Wow.
Chop that up for one of the Year 12 dress-up days. What was it, Kerwin? Like an 80s or a 90s theme? I don't know why I decided to wear a massive gold
80s.
chain.
Yeah.
I think I just wanted some, as Daniel said, some drip. I think one thing that we've neglected here is friendship bracelets.
Oh, of course.
Now, I think that at this point, it doesn't matter whether it's attractive or not because the power of friendship should override how it looks.
Yes.
Like in 21 Jump Street, when Schmidt and whatever that guy's name is, Dave Franco, I forget his name in the movie, but
Yeah.
he says that he's going to cut that friendship bracelet off because it's sacred.
Exactly.
That should override any is it attractive or not? Friendship
that is
bracelets
true.
is
Absolutely.
Maybe we should just
Very good
reword
point.
the question for the future.
In saying that though, if we're all friends here and none of us have friendship bracelets.
yet.
We don't have an arts and crafty person who can make him for us, though, Kerwin, unless you want to dabble into that area of expertise a little bit.
I'm good, thanks.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, your birthday's coming up, maybe. Who knows? Maybe on the big day you'll
A
have
group
some
present. We can all benefit from Kerwin's birthday.
Bracelets, shit.
the three amigos and their bracelets.
What a disaster. And I bought this on myself.
Yeah, you really have.
Now, Kerwin, do you have an opinion, mate, or should we just go on to the next question?
No, go on to the next one.
Well, the next question, guys, this is a really interesting one. It's, do you feel that computer games are making kids more aggressive?
Oh,
Now,
gosh.
this is something that you see it on the news all the time.
This is a seasonal thing, right?
Yep.
And I've seen the data on this before. It comes up twice a year. Once is around Christmas when all the kids are asking for video games and all the games come out in Techtober or whatever. that's the thing that comes out. Video games are bad. All the kids are getting violent. The other time it comes out is earlier in the year. I believe around March, April. I don't know the exact date, but around the time of the one of the massacres they had, maybe the Columbine shooting, the anniversary of that, I think, is the other time this comes up.
Yeah.
And after, besides those 2 times, not talked about ever. It's just in those 2 times, the traffic about these topics peaks, and then it goes down again and simmers very under the surface. No one cares about how violent the kids are getting from the video games besides those 2 times. So because of that reason, it's kind of like when all the people come out on Melbourne Cup Day saying that horse racing is bad, and then they don't talk about it the rest of the year when there's horse races on every day. And I think because of that reason, I'm going to lean towards no. Because if it was more of a pressing issue, if it was actually the case, we wouldn't only talk about it twice a year.
Yeah, I reckon there's a bit of something in it though, Darth, because I see both sides. The way I'm looking at it though is it's like you can't train a kid to play GTA when he's 5. You're not teaching like
That's true.
because
That's like Daniel was
the kid walks
recorded.
around and thinks it's alright to go take strippers home to his house, to kill people, to run over people. He thinks that's normal. So by the time that he's at school, he gets into school, he's like, oh, I'm just going to kill you.
Why are we assuming that 5-year-old girls aren't playing GTA?
Did I say kid or
No,
guy?
you just
Sorry,
said
my
kid.
bad. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Daniel. Thanks for
I was
the reason.
Wanting to say my position as the
We might have
moral
to-
compass holder.
Replace Kerwin with the other Daniel, I reckon.
Like for like.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't think it causes aggressive behaviors, but I think that there's like you got to follow the age guidelines roughly. You can't just be teaching a 5-year-old how to play GTA because they're learning the wrong things too early.
Well, that's right, but and GTA says 18 plus, whatever not sure how games ratings work. So if the kids are playing this game, it's not the game's fault. It's the parents' fault for not following the guidelines. So I don't know if you can blame the games for making kids violent when they are meant to be for a more mature audience.
When there's someone there directly enabling it by purchasing and providing the game. Yeah.
Well, then should we just redefine the question to do parents create aggressive children?
No, just keep the questions the
same. Sure.
I, for one, think that I don't think it's a video game itself as such. You could say that video games make people incredibly competitive.
Yes.
It's just something
So
you try
does
to win.
other things, though.
Yeah, that's where I get to, is that I've seen at least one member of this panel crack the sads on a basketball court. And
That's Junior, you mean?
Pardon?
Yeah, young Daniel, you mean? Cracking on the basketball court?
No, I haven't seen young Daniel crack on the basketball court, but if he's anything like his older brother, something to watch out for there. But I feel like competition breeds that sort of reaction because it's like the disappointment of losing or not performing as well as you'd want to in that respect. So yes, like I suppose if you're competitive within the video game, then you become quite aggressive. But then at the video game, but I don't think your actions 4 months down the track surely couldn't be.
Yeah.
But then I understand like the same what you were saying with the age restrictions and stuff. Like if you actually follow the guidelines, like they're there for a reason. So yeah, that's my little 2 cents.
There you go. A nice little double-sided argument there for Kerwin, which didn't lean either way. Very nice.
Yep.
That was at least $1 worth of content there, Kerwin. Don't sell yourself short, mate.
Well, I give it out for free, so put any value on it. It doesn't matter to me.
Well, we give it out for free until we start growing our fan base, and
You know what,
pay
though?
for these podcasts. I reckon.
You know what? It's no wonder it's free because you could fit ad breaks in between some recurring sentences. I reckon.
True.
Then you can start monetizing. So you can charge people for it and run ad breaks. So, you know.
Daniel, if your jokes are as poor as Darcy's, I feel so bad for you.
Did we establish at the start of our guest intro that Darcy and Daniel are brothers?
Well, then
Craig
Craig,
Kretz Jr., which
Yeah.
kind of
Ah,
sounds
yeah.
like Darcy's my dad.
Darcy's daddy.
That's true, actually.
Just the younger Kretz, you could have said.
Yeah.
But that doesn't sound right, I guess.
What are your
Very
thoughts,
good.
Daniel? Do you reckon video games make kids violent?
I reckon it depends geographically, really. Because,
Ooh.
you know, in America, they have better access to firearms. And now in Australia, we don't.
I like
Now,
this.
when you play Call of Duty, it's more of a gun game. And kids in Australia wouldn't feel like, oh, let's get a gun and shoot some people or something. Because one, they can't. And well, that's it. One, they can't. And in America,
That's your
they
one
might-
argument.
yeah. And then, but if you're playing a game, say like Street Fighter, it seems more realistic to be aggressive without like weapons or anything. But even a game like that doesn't seem like it would trigger aggressiveness in said child. So that's I think no, but no mainly because geographic reasons. Maybe that's
There
Wow.
you go.
You're
Wow.
going to get
I
us
like that.
fired from our own
I
podcast.
really like that.
He's taken over.
I'll
He's
take it.
put him on to shame, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I thought I was doing well with my seasonality argument, and he's coming in and brought up the geographics. No, it's been absolutely torn to
Yeah.
shreds.
Blame it on Americans. I like it. Also, Daniel, you bring up like street fighting games. So, I mean, would you say that if you looked at Mortal Kombat, could you say that wouldn't produce violence in children just because it's just so wildly unrealistic?
That is also true, and you also don't see kids with like weapons coming out of their wrists or stuff like that. So
Yeah,
it kind of seems like unless you're just straight looking for like uppercuts or something like that.
Yeah,
it's different.
like whereas
But,
if you're playing a first-person shooter, it's like, well, pew, 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 pew,
exactly.
pew,
Like, when you have the access to the guns, it's sort of just like, yeah, you know what, I'll be like my character and
Yeah.
get 4 triple kills or whatever it's called.
yeah, try and
baby, a triple.
try and improve your KD, I guess.
Very
Well,
good.
KD isn't really
Right,
hard to
isn't it?
raise, but you know.
Before we move on,
Go on, Damo.
I have a couple of quick things to add. First one, Kerwin, I want to debunk your analysis of saying that these recommendations need to be taken more seriously. No, because sometimes you need to play these games to learn, like zombies,
Well,
Call of Duty zombies. If there's a zombie apocalypse, how's an 8-year-old going to
Mm,
learn how to kill zombies if they haven't played COD
very good point.
or The Last of Us or some other game? How are they going to learn these survival instincts?
Mm.
yeah, but I mean,
That's what Fortnite's for, Damo.
when the apocalypse comes, how are you gonna know it? You're gonna look for a beacon to find a mystery box, and just pray to God.
Yeah,
Pray
that's
to
a
God
Macca's
that
sign.
you might even not believe in that you get a ray gun or something relatively decent.
Just get the ones off the wall. You
Yeah.
don't need the mystery
Yeah,
box.
exactly.
Yeah, but everyone knows the wall buys don't get you past round 15.
well, to rebuff is the word I'm looking for. Before you start, I didn't play. I actually have never played GTA on PlayStation. And as opposed to everyone else here, I'm assuming Daniel has played GTA on his PlayStation before.
Yeah, I mean, not seriously, just like I played a little bit, you know.
Well, I'm not suggesting you're going to be violent because of it, Daniel, but yeah, laugh, guys, thanks. And so, because I didn't play GTA, I'm now the moral gatekeeper. Nominated moral
That's why,
gatekeeper.
is that why you actually
I'm literally
ended
trying to
up
keep
as
you
a
in check.
gatekeeper?
I'm working my absolute backside off to try
So
and
GTA's derailed all of us.
yeah,
So you've got to keep
GTA
us in
sent
mind.
you all off the rails.
There's about to be a Ashby legal call in here again. So that's what it looks like it's heading towards.
Well, you're the one that just gave him the free shout out.
Shout out Ashby Legal, the best
Boy.
legal advice in Australia.
We really are going to have to start running ads if we keep doing this.
If your children are violent, send them his way.
He's not a behavioural correction officer. He's there for good quality legal advice.
Yeah, precisely. If you have violent children that are in trouble with the law,
So they have to
he'll-
come under some
Yeah.
indiscretions.
Delegate to a criminal lawyer.
but he'll do
Yeah.
it very well.
Delegating was what people in power do.
That's right.
And
Okay.
one more. This can be 20 second yes or no, whatever.
Indubitably.
Young Kretz, not Kretz Junior, because that caused some confusion. But young Kretz, have you seen increased aggression in your brother since he got his PlayStation 5?
Other than the times that he beats me violently, no.
So it hasn't changed.
No, not at all. No, he's
Okay.
he's at a pretty constant violence rate at the moment, which is good. But I'm just waiting for it to decline.
Did that
Wow.
start when he got his PS4?
Nah, it just sort of just rose, and I was getting more annoying, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, still not okay.
It's the banging of the desk, isn't it, Daniel?
Oh mate, I can't sleep. I'm right next to him. His room's right there, and he just played 2K or something, and he just bashes his desk 5 times. I'm like, I go in the morning. I'm like, is there a hole in your desk, mate? Like, it's not healthy for his fists and his desk. It's just.
But Daniel does play the PlayStation in my room, and if he gets annoyed, he bangs the arm of my chair.
Yeah.
And he does it so much that one of the screws fell out, holding in the top padding of my arm, my chair.
Which
So
arm?
the left.
No, I punched the right one. So.
Well, there you go. Just a faulty chair, apparently.
Yeah.
Get wrecked.
Well, either way, a screw is not hard to re-screw back on.
It's not, but I thought banging a chair hard enough that a screw turns and comes out is a pretty good effort. So
But I didn't even do that though, so it's just a terrible chair.
There you go, guys. From that quick anecdote from Daniel Kretz, video games does cause aggression in children.
No, just geographically.
Oh, just geographically, sorry.
Yeah, only in Americans.
Just
Only in America and a small section of Melbourne where the Cretans live.
Well, now we're gonna get.
no, you doxed us. Gonna break that out. Break that out in post, please.
No, you really want to practice your violence, guys. People are coming to you.
Don't focus on me. Alright, let's move on.
Anyway, we'll move on to the next one, guys. Now, there's only one right answer here, and if you don't get it right, then I might have to beat you up. Pretty bad ultimatum, but
I've faced that before, so nothing new.
you have. Alright, so does toilet paper go over or under?
Over.
We'll move up the line.
Sorry.
Over. Yeah, good, Daniel. Over. Damo.
I mean, what do you mean? Like it's coming over the top towards you,
So is the paper
that-
between like the wall and the bar, or
or the air
the air?
and the belt? Well, I think that ours right now is between the air and the bar, but I honestly wouldn't care. Like I could have the toilet roll not even on the bar. I could just have the roll on the floor, pick it up, rip some off.
I would
You know what's good
rather
about
on
that?
the
I've
floor
done
than
this
behind
before,
the
Damo.
bar, though.
In between changing, or at a place where there's just like a roll on the toilet paper and there's no holder, like you say, you put it down on the ground. So the roll is between the floor, the paper is between the roll and the floor. And then when you pull it towards you, it unrolls. So
Ooh.
it's like having it on a roller. As you pull it towards you, it keeps coming. And it's like having it on a roller. And then when you're done, just roll it back up again.
There you go.
Wow,
There you go, fast and loose.
I didn't know we were doing another life hacks video.
Well, I know there's a bonus one for you there.
Golly
I should
gosh.
say that for my next life hack, but there you go, turn it in.
Thank you, Darth.
If Kieran can give his advice for free, I can give out a free life hack.
Yeah, I reckon. Well, I'm obviously going to say over. I think it's disgraceful that some people put it between the wall and the
Why?
bar. Because it's just awkward to grab the toilet paper. It's designed so that you fold it over, tear it, because it's got the tear marks.
What if you're a scruncher for those people out there?
Well,
who
then
are
you
scrunchies?
still got to tear it first. Unless you like
gotta tear
put
it
the
off the
whole
roll,
toilet
yeah.
paper roll in your
I
ass.
think,
Or
I think it's just more class if you have it over the top.
yeah,
Like
More
if you
class.
go to a higher star hotel, I think you'd find the increase.
What do you know about Star hotels, mate?
That's just my thinking. That's what I think
the
it would
crats
be.
are living large.
When Crown
He's saying he's
reopens,
got absolutely zero drip, and he comes out saying he's been to a high-star hotel.
So just humble beginnings. Just humble beginnings.
when we're allowed, we need to book a room at Crown for a boys' weekend just to prove whether high-class hotels have their toilet paper under or over.
Yeah,
I can confirm it is
Scientific
over.
research.
thank you.
Kieran,
It
a
is?
man of class, been to a high-star hotel. He speaks from experience.
Can confirm.
So, did you enjoy that they were over at this high-star hotel, Kerwin, or do you
Well,
have?
yes, because when I sat down to take a dump, it was normal,
Yeah,
like it should be.
exactly.
I'm in the same boat as Damo, though. I often think if I'm the one that has to change it, I don't know which way to do, like which way to put it. I could put it either way, and
It just
I don't
doesn't
mind.
bother me. Like
Yeah,
it's not like a pet peeve of
I have to
mine.
think what's the way that people like, so everyone else in the family is happy about it. But because I don't know, I don't have a internal. I need a bit of compassing from Kerwin to point me in the right direction. Because I don't know myself.
Over.
There you go. I'll know for the future now. But
So you understand that it gets people worked up to us.
I do. I know. I understand it as a point of contention, but
Yeah,
I didn't know which side people leant on.
And then the bathroom's full of controversy.
What's the next one?
What else?
What's the other controversy?
Please
Feet up or
elaborate.
down.
Toilet seat up or down, yeah. Scrunch or fold.
No,
I mean,
well, I feel like up or
up or
down
down
is
isn't-
courtesy.
Flush after a wee.
It isn't. Wait, push up.
It depends how yellow it is. If you can blend it with the water, then it's fine. If it's a bit yellow, you gotta clean that boy up a little.
You need to
Well,
drink some
you know the
water
rhyme?
too.
Don't you know the rhyme? If it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown,
Yeah, if it's brown,
Oh,
flush it down, yeah.
Geez, I am dumb. For
That's a
not
genuine
thinking
thing.
that.
That's a genuine thing for water restrictions, that's for sure.
Yeah, it does save water. Apparently, the best way to save water is to pee in the shower because the water's already been used.
Exactly.
Uh,
That's why
and
Everyone
the
does that
water-
anyway, right? Like, you still do.
Gee, this is bold in your first episode to come out and just make an
No.
assumption like that.
It may be bold, but it's just surely got to be factual. Like, come on. Like, everyone does.
What if the shower's really clean and new, and you share it with all of your family?
It's not going to stain,
Mm,
would it, guys?
does it? I don't know.
When you drink as much milk as that does, your pee can be not the cleanest.
There's something in that. We might have to.
And you want to stay away from asparagus if you
You
don't
do.
be too risky.
You do.
Yeah, because if it doesn't stain your share, it'll gas the thing out. So
Absolutely. Do we have time for one more, Ed?
Yeah, we'll go one more, you guys. This is another sort of cheeky one. I don't feel as strongly about it, but I've got a different answer. So it's sandwiches in triangles or rectangles.
Ooh. I'm a triangles man myself.
2 or 4.
Mm,
Oh, good
No.
question. Big triangles or small
well,
triangles?
yeah, that's up to you if you want, Kerwin.
Depends on the sandwich. If you're having fairy bread, small triangles.
It's not a sandwich.
It is. It's an open sandwich, Damo. It's classy.
No, you wouldn't classify fairy bread as a sandwich. It's just you cut it.
No,
Wouldn't you just
fairy
put it
bread's
like that?
fairy bread.
You just
Duh.
I
cut it
think
in-
I think fairy bread is the only bread-based food I would have in small triangles, to be honest.
Yeah,
No, I disagree.
Or finger sandwich. Oh, but finger sandwich is a rectangle.
Yeah.
Go on, Ed.
Yeah.
I just feel like if you're having fairy bread in small triangles, there's too much crust to the fair.
Varying. It
Like,
depends on how many
ratio.
people you're catering
That's-
for.
Mm,
That's true.
I
Really
guess.
conscious about these things, then.
And
So,
also, it
I
also
think-
depends if the caterers cut the crust off the bread.
And it depends if you have
Um,
really crusty bread.
Yeah.
Who's making fairy bread with a crusty bread, mate? What
You get
what
the
kind of-
cheapest white bread possible.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly. No,
Yeah.
it depends on the quantity of what. If people are choosing quantity over quality of the fairy bread, then that's when the crust changes. But if you're doing quality over quantity,
What's the crustiest bread you've had a fairy bread on, mate?
a fairy bread with a lot of crust on it, mate, I don't know. Just allow it.
I don't think I've ever had a fairy bread on a bread that has any crustier than the same texture as the bread itself. I reckon every single piece of fairy bread I've had, the crust has been the same texture
Oh, yeah.
as the actual bread.
Have you ever had fairy bread on a fancy, not regular white loaf bread? Like, have you ever gone to a bakery and be like, give us your
Put it on
finest bread?
sourdough.
Yeah,
Sourdough.
fairy bread and sourdough.
Sourdough.
There's no point in fairy bread after that.
The thought of that makes me want
Vomit?
to.
It's not right, is it?
I reckon that's a
Right.
project for the future, though. Like, line them up, have like a multi-grain of white,
See what
a
they can go for.
sourdough. Yeah.
Multi-grain
unreal.
bread with the grains of thousands and hundreds and thousands. That's what it's called.
Yep. Well, the thing is, for my answer for this one is I actually prefer neither. I like it when it's left in the square loaf. Now I was
Yes.
speaking to family friends about it the other day. The reason why I like my sandwiches like that is because when you cut it in half, you sort of start dividing the flavors in each half. So one side might get all the ham, and the other side might not get any ham, and one side might get all the lettuce.
How are you making your sandwiches that you're able to put all the ham on one side?
No, because you got your ham's like strands. It's like strands of ham, and if you cut it, then one strand might leak over to the other side more than it's in the other side. If that makes sense. So if you don't cut it in half, then you don't have that problem. You just
Oh,
get
you've got a
density
terrible
everywhere
knife.
you go.
Well, you don't have any sense
And you
of
cut
how to
it
make a
like
sandwich
this.
yet, because I don't know how this is happening to you.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Me?
Yes.
No, it makes perfect sense.
If you're saying that, like, in your sandwich,
Mm.
if you cut it, this half will have less ham. That's just because you put less ham there in the first place.
Yeah.
The ham's not going to be there if you don't cut it.
No,
or
that's
if you
not
do cut
true.
it.
If you level it out perfectly, then sometimes you might get a strand of ham that is still connected, even though you cut it. It's
You
still
need a
gonna happen.
sharper knife. That's your problems are coming from your knife. Not from
I don't
your-
know. I don't know.
I think it's his knife skills. I reckon it's terrible
Oh,
with his knife.
goodness gracious.
It needs a Kerwin cooking lesson, I reckon.
Oh, right. I'll take a Kerwin cooking lesson if I have to.
Yeah, they're not free though. You got to pay for them.
Guys, I haven't been able to find anything on peeing in the shower. So
Other than it's disgusting.
no, I've heard that it's okay to pee in the shower even if you share it with people.
No.
What else are you sharing it with?
Well, I don't know. You might live by yourself and not share the shower with anyone.
Well, you said if you share it with people. Well, is
Oh,
it
well-
okay to pee in the shower if you share it with aliens or animals?
Sure. I mean, you probably walked in your dog's poo before, Damo, so I'm sure they won't mind
Not
if
with
they
bare
send you
feet.
piss.
Not with bare feet.
I'm done with this conversation. Next. So, are there any
This
final
is a
Just
parliament.
talking
No,
about
Ed-
sandwiches turn into peeing in the shower and that. Oh, that from last.
Because I was just doing some research and I was trying to find if there was issues with like pee staining the shower floor and stuff. And I guess it just depends what material your shower floor is and stuff, maybe.
Carpet.
It's just as gross either way. God, imagine having to
Moldy
couch
shower.
That's disgusting. It's like the people that have the mats at the edge of their toilets.
Imagine that,
Oh
like,
yeah, or like the
That's
furry
disgusting.
toilet seat things.
Oh,
imagine walking into a shower, a carpet shower after someone's used it though. Like, imagine you walk in, the floor's already just squelching.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
you're just walking in grass. It's all right. Wet
Yeah.
grass.
Yeah.
How long's your carpet? It was like grass.
The really tufty stuff.
I don't know about you Kretz, but at the Cavasans, we like to keep our grass freshly mown and very
I
nice
see.
length.
And your shower floor freshly mown.
Yeah, man, for sure. Well, Darth, before we wrap it up, did anyone have any final opinions on the sandwich
I
situation?
don't know if we heard from Kerwin about the sandwich situation, did we?
Look, I don't mind. I'll eat sandwiches however way because I make them like a normal person, no matter what way I chop them. It's going to end up equally divided. The composition of the sandwich is going to be equal on both sides. There's going to be tomatoes, there's going to be chicken, there's going to be lettuce, there's going to be avocado, there's going to be red onion, there might even be cheese. It's all going to be in there, and it's all going to be equally half-half, or one whole.
Yeah.
Thanks, Subway.
Toasted sandwiches I tend to operate in halves, triangles usually.
Well, that's the thing, right? When you got a jaffle maker, they don't come down and like press the bread in half long ways. It's diagonal. So the sandwich designers themselves are saying it should be done this way.
No, toasted. If it's toasted, you leave it by itself because you don't want sauce spilling out from the middle.
Yeah, see, the toasted sandwiches, especially toasted cheese, I cut in half diagonally. So I have two big triangles. And that is because if I'm eating from one end, I'm going to have cheese oozing out of the bottom, but I'm losing.
Yep.
Far too early compared to if I had it cut in half, I'd be able to navigate losing all the cheese.
Yes. But I'm talking about the jaffles where it already has like the imprint. You got the two
and then it just closes
triangle
it
hole.
in. Like
it seals it
sort of
along
like
the middle.
a dumpling, but
Can't say I have possession of a jaffle maker.
Gotta invest.
We got one like that. I
feel
can confirm.
The reason you do that though is so that nothing's leaking from the outside when you're eating it. Like you got nothing falling out. So because it squashes the sides, yeah. So
yeah, it squashes along the middle and the sides.
But wait, so you cut it first?
Nah.
Oh no, you put it in the middle as well, right? Oh,
and
yeah,
it makes
yeah.
like a seal along the middle across the diagonal.
Yeah. Okay,
and
that makes
cut
sense.
through there, and it keeps it sealed the whole way around.
Because I was going to say, if there's no seal in the middle, then that doesn't that just defeat the purpose of that sort of toaster?
It would, yeah, but because it presses down in the middle, squishes that bit there, and toasts it shut.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, let us know if you've heard people go on about sandwiches and toasts for toasties for this long in a podcast before.
Probably not. Quite a niche topic.
would have to be up there. But Darth, well, I'll let you wrap it up, big fella.
Oh, alrighty. That might do us for this episode, listeners. It's great to be back after a bit of a hiatus, but thank you for staying with us. Thank you to Daniel for appearing as our guest in this episode.
Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
As always, listeners, make sure to hit us up on the socials. You've got Instagram at MSWTB_pod and at Twitter at MilkshakeWTB. And until next time, shake on, Shake Nation.
Night,
Night, mate.